You know what I mean? It's just like different. It's not bad. It's when you are so used to something and then you hear a different version.
Yeah,
like, it's
I
not
get that
good.
because it's like comfort food.
Right, exactly.
You know, when you go back for that, I want some biscuits and gravy, and you're like, oh, this isn't good.
Right.
You didn't spice it right.
Exactly.
You didn't. It's not bad. It's just not what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get that because I'm totally that way with music, with movies, with different things. I often in the morning will put on the Alexa app to listen to music, and I will say, hey, play Billboard hits of 1982 or whatever, and she'll start to play some song, and 3 beats in, I'll be like, this isn't the original version.
Yeah, and
people around me are like, what do you mean? Nope, this isn't the original. Did you hear that third note? That note was wrong, and that's not and it's just what it is. Oftentimes, for whatever reason, and I think it's something about rights, obviously, to the music, is that these artists have now remastered and re-recorded the songs, and they have to change it just enough, because maybe, let's say, when you wrote this song in 1982, you sold part of the rights to it.
Okay.
So to do it and get all of the money, or to not be tied up with that contract, you have to re-record it, but you have to change it a little bit. Okay. I hate it.
Oh.
I hate it. I mean, if it's one beat off, I'm like, that's not the original.
Yeah, I hate that.
Because it's that whole, like, comfort food. I want what I want.
Yeah, okay.
And if I ask to hear some ridiculous song from my childhood, and it's not the exact same song,
I get it.
A little pissy about it.
I hate you.
I hate you. Well, because the other day I specifically asked for a song. It is the whitest song to ever be on my playlist.
Okay.
It's a song called Pilot of the Airwaves by a group called Charlie Door.
Okay.
And it's from, back when this song came out, I would hang out at the record store.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's how old I am.
She is old.
I know. And the guy who owned the record store would recommend cool things to me, and then I'd ask for music that he'd go, this is garbage. But I'll sell it to you, obviously.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ones he goes, that is from a genre of music that is called MOR, which stands for middle of the road. Because it's not pop, and it's not rock, and it's nothing. Weird. It's bubblegum garbage, middle of the road.
Weird.
That does not really fit into any genre.
Yeah.
Because it takes no sides.
How interesting.
So that was my education into why my musical taste was garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, I love a lot of different things.
Yeah, same.
But there are some things that
that are garbage, and that's okay. I'm not mad. Like, girl, half millennials now love Britney Toxic.
That's one of the songs on my list
that you like.
I hate.
That you hate. I know, and it's so funny because how many times every year I say, like, no more toxic relationship, no more toxic jobs, just Toxic by Britney Spears. Like, accurately. I know it's like cheesy and stupid, but I will forever love Britney.
I know
at this
you do.
Point.
I know you do. I can't stand her. I think she has the thinnest, reediest
she
voice.
She sure does, and she does, right? But again,
that song, well, that and Womanizer, I think are both just the worst. But Toxic so for me, it's the music and where it's like me. It
like
sounds like someone's
dying.
like trying to kill a violin,
with a cat,
or spin a cat in the air. I don't know what's happening, but I hate that song.
But I hate it.
Now, when they remade it on Pitch Perfect 3, love it.
Right, and like I don't know,
but it's also acoustic.
Well,
there's none of that. Awful. But there's no Britney Spears, and there's people in it who can really sing.
Right, and I don't think Britney can sing. I feel very sorry and sad for Britney Spears for how her life has turned out. But
Britney.
Free, and she's free, girl.
She's free now.
She's free. But what I'll tell you is it's just, like, again, comforting. I grew up with 90s pop. 90s pop was, like...
I know.
I was born in 89, right? That's the music. Yeah, my first thing that I ever owned that was musical was Spice Girls Spice World. And then my second CD was...
That's good music.
The OG Spice Girls. You know what I mean? Their original Spice Girls album.
Listen, I will forever stand the Spice Girls.
Are you kidding me?
I love them.
Same.
I love all of them. I love their music. I love the movie. The movie is genius. And it's also on the list of one of the worst movies ever.
Which is so stupid. It's such a great movie.
I think people want to be mad because it was a group of girls having fun.
Yeah.
Because think about, like, the movies they made with the Beatles. They're all garbage. But they're the same garbage as Spice World. It's people being silly and goofy and having fun and making you laugh. Yeah. And that movie, if it didn't make you laugh, I think, A, you're dead. Or B, you have no sense of humor.
And Riff Raff from Rocky Horror, Richard O'Brien.
Richard O'Brien.
He's in it, and I was...
Richard O'Brien is in it. Meatloaf.
Yes.
Roger Moore.
Okay.
Who played James Bond.
Right. Oh, yeah, he's the...
What's her name from Absolutely Fabulous? I'm just blanking on her name at the moment. But there's like a ton
Elton
of people
John's in it.
Right.
Alan Cummings in it.
Alan Cummings.
I know. I love it. I love it so
But that
much.
movie, I saw it at the theater, and then I immediately bought it because I love it.
Yeah.
It's so... And I've watched it multiple times.
There are two things about that. The fact that you saw it in theater, and did you see it with Grammy?
No.
Okay, the fact that you saw it in theater and I didn't see it was very upsetting to me. And then I remember seeing it at home and was like, that was great. But there's another thing about that film, and there's you know how people are like, what is a scene from a movie that runs through your head like rent-free?
Yeah. And
there's a scene from that movie, and it's the girls are staying in this giant mansion, and they're all like in one bed telling a scary story or like what's gonna happen. And Richard O'Brien comes out from the fucking toilet somehow and like creeps in. And that, for whatever reason, that scene kills me, and to this day, just all the time I think of that scene of some bald man sneaking through my toilet.
Sure,
which is like horrifying, but
yeah. And for me, it's the scene where Mel B is like, "When I say go, you go."
Right?
I don't know why, but it's just funny when she says it, and I'm like, so I've said it a bajillion times.
It's become one of the things the family sings.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. There's one thing I was going to say about re-recording stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because Taylor Swift, who I don't care about even in the slightest, but she's re-recording one of her albums because
she did. Yeah,
she did.
Re-recorded. Was it not 1989? I don't know.
Whatever. Because someone else owned part of the something. Right. I don't know the whole thing. But I do wonder, she re-recorded it, did she have to change all that music slightly?
Yeah.
So my question is, you know how you hate if it's not the song that your memory has, captured? I wonder if is it as successful? Do people like it? You know what I mean? Do people feel like it's...
I imagine, because I think most of the Swifties are so invested in her personally.
Yeah, they don't care.
That they're like... Well, good for you, Taylor. Now you can make another gajillion dollars.
Right.
We were worried about, you not being the richest young white girl in all the world.
Right.
So now you can be.
So proud of you, Taylor. You're doing amazing.
Okay. What I was going to say is one of the other songs that I know is important to you in your childhood was also on almost every worst song list, which is Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh my god. That's so upsetting.
Is it?
Well, because Achy Breaky Heart, I'm going to tell you, that is the very first song that I remember. That and Baby Got Back, those two songs are the very first songs that I remember loving and being like excited about when they came on and learning the lyrics to. Yeah. And Achy Breaky Heart, I was young. I was still wearing diapers. I just remember having like a blonde curly mullet and dancing in a diaper in front of the television to Billy Ray Cyrus and thinking, ooh, what a heartthrob. I thought he was so fine in his tight jeans and his ugly mullet. I was about it. And then Baby Got Back. My mom's name is Becky, so I always thought it was about her, which was funny because my mom never had a butt. But I just always thought it was about her. And so I became obsessed. And then it was...
Oh my God.
Yes.
Becky.
And then it became a thing, right? Right, so those two songs, but Achy Breaky Heart. It doesn't surprise me.
Yes, but one of them's good.
I know. It
one of them is not.
It doesn't surprise me. It's a trash song.
You're going to love this, though.
Okay.
Because, again, from the worst song list of all times, The Christmas Shoes.
Oh, my. That is one of the worst songs in history.
What I love, though, is it's a deeply terrible, deeply terrible song that they made into a deeply terrible Hallmark movie starring Rob Lowe.
Yes, and my favorite part of this whole thing, if you guys haven't heard the song, please listen to it. It is dumb. It's about a little boy who goes to a store and he doesn't have enough money and he wants to buy shoes for his mom who's dying so she can have cute shoes when she meets Jesus.
Because Jesus is going to look at her shoes and go, girl,
yes,
queen,
bitch,
yes!
Those Louboutins are killing it. Like, it's just like, and I know that sounds...
That killed her?
Hopefully, girl.
She was walking in too long, her feet bled, she died.
I know that sounds horrible, that it's like, oh, little boy, but it's so stupid. It is sappy and dumb and dumb and dumb. And the movie's even worse. But my favorite part of all of it is throughout the years, we have just come up with, like, stupid lyrics. Like, I want to buy these shoes for my mother, please. She's dying from moldy cheese. Like, whatever we could think of.
Whatever, yes, to make it even more dumb.
Yeah, because it's so stupid. But you should just go listen. Treat yourself. Go listen to it.
Now, there's some other things I just need to throw in there. There's an artist. Now, I use that term very loosely.
Artist.
Her name is Wing.
Oh.
You remember Wing?
My God.
Wing is this lady who started out singing at like old folks' homes.
Okay.
I think they brought her in specifically to kill the old people, so they would listen to her and have no will to live, because she is deeply terrible. And so she has now put out a shit ton of music. And my favorite of her terrible music is her album of AC/DC songs. Oh my God. And yes, if you have to look up Wing.
Okay, so let's talk about Wing for a second. She's 62 years old.
She's only 62?
Her name is Wing Han Song. But she's simply known as Wing. She was born in Hong Kong, but she lives in New Zealand. But she has a million songs, and a lot of them are remixed. She remade Beat It. She remade Dancing Queen. Fernando.
I think the first song I ever heard by her
Back in Black,
was Vision of Love, or the way she sings it,
Vision. Yep.
She has a vision of love.
Endless Love. I remember there are so many songs. She's great though. I think it's comical, and it's much like Yoko Ono. You know what I mean? But better. But worse.
I'm gonna say something controversial yet.
I don't want to hear that then.
No,
no.
Yoko Ono's garbage. I'm sorry. I can't. Her music to me is noise.
You just
as a human being, I think she's brilliant.
Okay.
I think that she has done some pretty great things in her life as a revolutionary, as a woman, as an artist. But her music, no.
Yeah, no, it's not
she
good.
She can't sing.
Kiss. It is like, yeah.
Oh,
it's bad. That is also burned into my memory because I remember being young and grandma singing that to me like Yoko Ono.
Was that for punishment? Was that bad?
It made my ears burn. I said, no more, please.
Two songs that I have to mention as terrible songs.
Okay.
One, this is specifically for my husband, and this is also on the list of all-time worst songs, but this is his number one worst song ever.
Okay.
Is You're Having My Baby by Paul Anka.
Gross. That is a gross song.
It is so bad. And if you know this song, and if you're under my age, you probably don't know this song, but if you know this song, deeply terrible song by Paul Anka about, he's so grateful that his woman's having his baby, and she didn't have to. She could have flushed it away, but she's having his baby.
Girl, you know what? That's a song about abortion rights.
Oh, it is.
Hey.
But here's the worst part. He, as y'all know if you listen, works in a funeral home. At one of the funerals, not that long ago, one of the songs they played was Having My Baby. No one's having nobody's baby, you dead.
Oh my God. That song too.
You're having my baby. My favorite is I heard a choir do it.
Nope.
Yep. It was fantastic. A whole chorale of voices going, "You're having my baby."
I hate that. I also want you to know that a younger generation does know it because it was in the hit show Glee.
It was in Glee. And why?
I know. Porque why? Because Quinn was a whore. So I don't know.
Who got pregnant now?
Cheerleading. Okay, let me tell you, if that is not the hypocrisy of all hypocrisies, that little, celibacy club fucking president who's, very religious and whatever, hoity-toity gets pregnant by a dumb jock. And then...
Wait, is that Sarah Palin's daughter?
Honestly, bitch, and then...
Because that's exactly what that was taken from.
And then...
Because Sarah Palin's daughter was pregnant not once, but twice, while she was going around the country preaching celibacy.
I hate
okay. Well, then maybe you should keep the dicks out of you so that you can... I'm just saying.
Oh my God. You don't know. Maybe it was a Mac.
The other song that I just have to get to because it's I think it's my worst.
Okay.
And y'all can fight me on this, but it literally is My Humps by the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's catchy to me, but I don't like it.
It's stupid. It is beyond stupid. Now, that being said... The Alanis Morissette version of it.
Oh, God.
I pee.
Yeah.
The first time I heard it, I literally died.
Yeah, honestly.
I laughed so hard, I about peed my pants. I watched the video. The video, it makes it even better. But clearly she is mocking this song.
No.
And she turns it into a ballad. And so it's even better. Because that song, I'm sorry, what you gonna do with all that ass? All that ass up in your jeans?
Uh-huh.
And why would any woman refer to her breasts or as my humps
lady
or my lumps?
They're her lady lumps. I know, it is pretty gag worthy.
She has some inflammation in her vagina.
I know.
It's like, these are my lady lumps.
Ew!
Well, doesn't it?
I gotta go.
That's gross.
Girl, go to your gynecologist.
I know. You should get that looked at.
Uh-huh.
That might be a problem. I'm just
Gross.
saying.
I'm with you. I hate it.